when I first came to karate, I was kind of a window watcher into the world of makeup. I look at cut creases and smoky eyes, and I was envious because I thought people were using magic to make their eyes look so beautiful, and I didn't think that it was something that I could do. But my roommate, who happens to be a makeup goddess, told me that with time and with dedication, anyone can be really good at it. So, 100 hours of YouTube later, I find that she is right. And today I'm going to show you guys how to do an everyday look with eyeshadow and a faux eyeliner, because eyeliner takes a long time, so I'm going to fake it with eyeshadow too. And first, I picked this palette to show you guys. It is the Comfort Zone from Wet n Wild, and you can find it at Walmart. It's super cheap, and it's nice to use because it kind of tells you in each of the pans what each of the shades is for. And I'm going to start by doing the base shade. We're going to use a fluffy blending brush for that. And we're just going to sweep it across this shade. It's kind of a light brown. And the reason why we use this light brown first is because we want to be able to blend the darker colors into it kind of nicely and neatly. And I'm going to only do one eye so that you guys can see the effect. And we just sweep this gently across the eyelid until we've built up a nice shade. And then once we've done that, we're going to move on to the crease color. And the crease is this darker brown, and we're using a darker brown so that we can add depth to the eye. And your crease is this part of your eyelid here that folds back into your skull. And we're going to use a slightly less fluffy brush. And we want this one to be firmer so that we have more control over where the darker shade goes. Because you can take away the dark shade. No, you can add dark shade, but you can't take away once it's there. That's harder. And the way we're going to apply this is just nicely in the crease, being very careful, and bringing about halfway up the eyelid. And like I said, that just adds some depth. I hope you all can see. And then once we've done that, we're going to move on to the definer shade, and that is this darkest shade here. And so this one we have to be really careful with, because if we're not very careful, then it can kind of overwhelm the whole look, and you'll just have like darkness in your eye, and you don't want that. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used for the crease to do the definer, but I'm going to take a lot less makeup onto the brush, because like I said, we don't want to use too much and overwhelm the eye. And I'm going to apply it in the very outer V. Just like so. I hope you can see that. And as you can see, the colors are kind of standing out from each other right now. So I'm going to take a blank brush that has no makeup on it, and I'm going to use it to kind of blend the colors together so that they flow nicely together and that there's no harsh lines. Just like that. I hope you can see. Then finally, for the eyeshadow, we're going to do the highlight. And the highlight is this brightest shade at the top. And we want to use enough so that it kind of glows, but not, we don't want to blind people with it, so we have to be kind of careful. And I'm going to use another little fluffy brush to do that. And where you want to apply this is exactly where that light hits your brow, so up here. Just under the eyebrow. And then I'm going to take my blending brush again, the blank one, and just kind of, I like to hit the bristles like this just to knock off the extra makeup. And then I'm just going to make sure that that blends nicely into the base and crease shades so that the colors transition nicely together. And then once you've done that, you've kind of completed the eyeshadow look itself. So then I'm going to show you how to use the eyeshadow to kind of make like a faux eyeliner look. So it looks like you're wearing some eyeliner without actually having to put on eyeliner. And then one of the keys to eyeliner is picking the right color for the makeup look that you're doing. And since this is a very neutral brown look, I'm going to use a brown eyeliner, the same definer shade that we used before, because it already goes with the color palette and it's going to look nice together. I would use a black, but it would overwhelm this look. So if you were using brighter colors, then maybe you would go for a black eyeliner. And then of course there's different types of eyeliner like liquid and pencil. And for this look, I would try to use a pencil liner just because the liquid is very dark. And like I said, that would overwhelm the look. So I'm going going to take a very tiny, tiny brush with that's really tight so that we have maximum control over the makeup and where it goes. And I'm just going to pull it through the definer shade like this. And then I'm going to apply it to my lash line, which is exactly where your eyelashes meet your eyelid. We have to be very careful about this. It doesn't matter quite as much with the top eyelid, but when you get to the bottom eyelid, you have to be very careful so that it's nice and controlled, so it doesn't look like you kind of have like a black eye or that you didn't sleep, which it can if you're not careful. And then just like that, you have kind of completed the everyday natural look. I hope you can see it. I know it's not like purples, but I like the way browns look. So, like I said, anyone can do makeup, and don't let fear hold you back. And as long as you wear it with confidence, I believe that you have conquered or mastered the most important aspect of makeup, which is confidence. Thank you for listening to my speech.